this is Valencia and we are back again with our new video about some of the themes, their personality and some of the hidden points that I missed the first time I read the novel. Number 8. Lowing. From the novel, Don't Pick a Boyfriend from Trash Bin, one of the best cross-migration novel ever. It's also the first one I read. This term is the same. Arsime, Lu Ying and the Uke Chi Zhaoqi knew each other from their original world. Lu Ying dies and becomes the system, losing all of his memories. His personality can be said to be very passive and kind of naive in the beginning, but as his feelings towards Chi Zhaoqi increases, he starts to become very proactive. He's a little stalker following Zhaoqi everywhere without telling him. Even though he doesn't have any of his memory from his original world, the love he has towards Zhaoqi can be seen from his action. He is definitely a scheming Sime. Number 7. Lucy from the novel Bite Your Fingertip. Bite Your Fingertip is a modern genre novel. The summary is very misleading. It's nowhere as easygoing and comedic as the summary is portraying the novel. In the novel, he really despises the blood flowing in his veins because of his intense hatred towards his father. Lucy doesn't care about his well-being. It can be seen through his suicidal tendencies. So the Uke Chuyu is definitely his shining light and his anchor in this dark world. In the beginning, though Lucy doesn't love Chuyu, his possessive tendencies towards him can be seen clearly. Number 6. Songri from the novel Psychic, an underrated novel which many of you may or may not have read. But it's one of those novels in which there's literally nothing that seems to be missing. A great plot, a great character design, and A plus character personality. Songri shows extreme apathy towards all living things. He is a criminal psychologist bordering on being a criminal himself. His intelligence is above the chart. Although he can't feel emotion himself, knowing others' emotional states comes to him as easy as breathing. To prevent himself committing crimes, he punishes himself, reminding himself again and again of social norms. He only starts to feel anything after he meets the Uke. These were the themes from modern world. Now let's move toward the themes from Wuxia world. Number 5. Yan Wuxi from the novel Thousand Autumn. The novel Thousand Autumn, Yan Wuxi is the second most important character after Shen Chao. His look can be said to be very overbearing, bewitching and extremely charming. Having a cold and pessimistic attitude toward himself and the world, he is arrogant, self-assured and never regrets anything. He can be very petty as well. That can be seen from his attitude of destroying the ring and the scriptures instead of giving them away to save his life. Everything he does is only and only for his own benefit. He never claimed to be a good person and has never hidden his intention of correcting Shencha. Good judge of situations, testing himself and others again and again, he was called a true gambler to the bone by Shencha. Daddy Yan has multiple personality disorder. They only emerge after his G deviation. He's a petty man who felt jealousy towards his own personality. Dude, you should have treated Shencha better if you wanted his affection too. He's quite shameless to make his point. He will make all kind of absurd and pointless argument. Well, he does start to care for Shincho a lot after he becomes aware of his failing. Though Yanushi is a cruel and betraying piece of shit, I still like his devil-may-care attitude and well, his looks are also a deciding factor. Number 4. Fang Zhao. From the same author in the world of Thousand Autumn, the theme of Peerless, Fang Zhao is an annoying narcissistic peacock. He thinks himself as the #1 peerless beauty above the earth and beneath the heaven. Well, he is not wrong. He has the confidence to brag about his beauty and his intelligence. He's a huge germaphobe showed by his willingness to put women clothing instead of having dirt and grime in his hair. He loves to have battle of wit against Kuibucho, though most of the time he is the one suffering loss. He has no real concept of dignity and has no concept about behaving like a seductress. He doesn't make joke about people's weakness. So fact, Fang Zhao is a character who just barges into your life and becomes an unforgettable part. It was my first time reading about a female like him. Number 3. Changgang from the novel Shopalang. Changgang, real name Li Min, is a mixed race beauty. He's quite handsome and looks kind of unapproachable until he smiles, which mellows out his looks and make him appear younger and sweeter. His personality was impacted by his childhood abuse, which made him question people's action around him. He was quite inspired by the Buddhist saying, "Without suffering one would not believe in Buddha," and started his journey toward Buddhism. Though he may appear idle and uncaring, he will step step up where he is needed. In his younger years, he was immature, bratty, and childish throughout the novel. His personality goes through multiple changes. He becomes mature, shrewd, and ruthless when his country needed him. So, guys, these were the theme from the Wudia world. Now, let's move toward the cultivation or Zandia world. Having the same author as Tiangon Sifu, let's have a look at our absolute cutie, Lanzan. There's no doubt that Lanzan is the prettiest female ever. Having cold aloof appearance, nobody thought that he's gonna have such a wild and passionate side. Remember the first kiss scene where he pushed Wei into the tree? Lanzan is very righteous and has a tendency to help anyone in need. Due to strict rule of his sect and his uncle's teaching, he was emotionally constipated during his younger years. Many may not know this, but he is very bad at drawing, and unconsciously he behaves like a sugar daddy towards Wei. Watching from the novel Tiangon Sifu. As the first supreme who ascended to heaven, there's just something about watching that makes him extremely attractive. Be it his arrogance, his intelligence, his meticulous care and his gentleness to a Zillion, him pretending to be a wolf in sheep clothing, or maybe it's just his chicken scratch of handwriting. There's just so much to like about him. Born in Duanli Kingdom, Watching is 7 years younger than Zillion, and he was born with heterochromia, the reason of his covered eye, and because of this, he was bullied a lot. He is the most notorious and richest of all the 4 calamities. He has liked Zillion ever since he was a child, followed him almost all of his life, and even after his death. His unconditional love and worship towards Zillion is quite astonishing. It's a hidden fact that he is very self-conscious about his look, but this inferiority complex only comes into life in front of Zillion. I don't think I have ever liked any male lead as much as Watching, and he's gonna remain as my favorite male lead forever. So that's it, guys. Our next topic is gonna be my all-time favorite mangas. Until then,
you say I'm
bye bye.
Nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way.